doubt about it. A bit of cloud cover early in the day here, but forecast is for perfect conditions for the Bellray 6 Hour. You're watching it on Speed, proudly supported by QBE. The Le Mans start, watch this. We have a number of onboard cameras. You're not going to miss a thing. This is the onboard of Troy Herfus, and you ride with him. It's in fact his teammate, Josh Waters. I can see left-hand side of screen, bike 21 is the early leader mark.
Yeah, the power of the GSX-R, good start. It's all on how quick he can get across that track, get on the bike, get the thing started.
I was only 17, I think, when I first raced a 6-hour dirt race. You know, I've done many Suzuki 8 hours for Yoshimura and also the Suzuki Endurance team. It's just a great atmosphere because the whole team comes in and works. You know, the pit stops and everything, so it's a full team effort.
Lee's just throwing that fuel in as quick as possible. The boys having a bit of a chat. There's Perry Morrison, the head ganger of Suzuki Motorcycles Australia.
It's been a real steep learning curve for Phil Payton and the whole team here, but everything's really falling into place. As usual, their preparation's been absolutely meticulous. The bikes, they're all running beautifully out there right now. We've done some wheel changes that have run really smoothly.
We've got Sean Giles on board there, the definitive style of the guy that's probably 39 going on 24 at the moment.
You know, it's hard race because our races in our Australian Championship are only short races. The longest laps in our race are about 15 laps, so you know it's a bit of a punishment to the body when you're jumping off and then jumping back on again, but feel good.
Suzuki factory bike, there it is now. Beautifully presented team. Payton, the principal of the operation.
Pit stops are going really well, and that's full credit to Team Suzuki and PTR for all their hard work with setting the bikes up for the endurance race.
With me is Phil Payton, manager of Team Suzuki, and he's come up with a novel system that actually speeds up front wheel changes.
It's a system that I actually learnt when Josh and I went over to the Yoshimura team over in the States. The idea is we just clip the two Zeus fasteners out, flick it off the pins at the back, and pull the front guard right off the motorcycle. Then it allows us to just turn the brakes like that and pull the front wheel out, push the new one in, and the discs slide back into the calipers, axle back in, slip the guard back on, and we can do it all in very quick time.
Suzuki way of life on board. Troy Herfus.
Myself and my teammate Brady Waters have had a good run so far. We actually led the race in the 600 between stops, and it's bloody hot out there, so it's quite hard. We're here. Got my esky with me, a lot of drinks, and keep hydrated, and we're just getting on halfway there, I guess. But yeah, it's quite hard, and got the hands taped up, sweat pouring out of me, and yeah, hoping to keep going, get a good result.
You know, you've got to think a lot harder and prepare your bike to do that endurance, and you know, make sure you give good pit signals to the team to let them know you're coming in for fuel. And it's not just with the endurance race, it's about changing tyres and being fast in the pits as well.
We made a couple of little mistakes maybe with our pit stop, pitting too early, a rider's choice and stuff like that, but you just don't know. Like, neither of us had done it.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, it's just a learning curve for the whole team, basically.
And I know exactly where the fuel light come on, exactly the same place, comes out of turn 2.
That's right, Charles, he said the same place. When we were giving you the 4 laps left, he said that last lap starts to hiccup over around the back.
But hiccups at 4, from 4, but yeah, only when you're turning right.
We brought you in the lap earlier. Keep doing that. I don't want you to run out.
Yeah. Risk.
Yeah, I know.
Try to get an hour out of it, but it's really just a full tank of petrol and that's it. So, you know, we've just got to go out, do as many laps as we can and be smooth on the throttle to make that rear tyre last the distance.
There's about 9 rear tyres for each bike, and at the moment the fronts are doing exceptionally well. So I can't tell you how many we're going to go through in that department. Feed them with normal air, then put nitrogen in them, an inert gas, and it doesn't alter pressure with temperature, so it keeps the tyre at constant pressure. Try to make it work better over the longevity of the tyre.
Notice, David, this on this superbike, they put in a treaded tyre on the front, an intermediate road tyre. So that's just how much confidence he got on these new Dunlops that are coming out.
You know, the Dunlop tyres are working really well. We're running a Supersport front tyre and the Moto 2 tyre on the rear, and it's hooking up pretty well. Spinning up pretty good, but yeah, it's hanging in really well.
At the moment we're running 4th, we're the first 600 outright and we're beating some superbikes, so it's good to be 400cc down and giving it to the big boys on the superbikes, so that feels really good, but it's still, I think, about half race distance at the moment. We've got quite a long time to go, so we need to finish off strong. We've started good, so now we need to keep that rhythm going.
Just finished my second stint, completely different to what I'm normally used to. Spending, almost 50 minutes on the bike at one time is out of control. We're running 2nd or 3rd at the minute, so touch wood, we can keep trying our hardest.
Yeah, I feel pretty good. I think I've got one more stint to do on the bike. It's full credit to the team, and everyone's working really well, and it's just awesome doing an endurance race.
Yeah, certainly on the gas, trying to get everything out about it. Talking about gas, he's trying to bridge the gap between the Demolition Plus Gas Honda team of Wayne Maxwell and Josh Brooks.
The pit crew are working really well. The 600's leading the 600 class. Superbike at the moment, I think, is sitting 2nd. So, look, at the moment, at the halfway mark, all is looking good. The team's working well. The pit stops are good. The fuel economy's good. The tyres are all lasting. And the bikes are fantastic as usual. The riders are keeping themselves hydrated and they're all excited. So yeah, all's good so far. Touch some wood. Anything can happen in this sort of racing.
The Suzuki GSX-R 1000 of Josh Borders is brought in, about ready to hand over to Sean Giles thanks to the BMW pit report. Phil Tayton, the boss of Team Suzuki. Something's gone amiss that we haven't seen on the vision.
Eagle Eye Bracks, yes it is.
It's looking a bit dusty there. Yep, I'd say this thing's been down the road somewhere. What's that going to do to their chances to maintain this top 3 position that they've been in all day? That's traditional for Giles. He gives himself a few beats on the chest. Phil Tayton hands it over. There's Lee Adams in the background.
When I talked to you guys last, it was all good, and we're motivated for a good result. Our pit stops are going perfectly. We're getting through the traffic fine, and Brody had a little off-track excursion, but we only lost a few seconds, and he come in, gave me the bike, and I was having a really good run actually, and it was my last run for the day, and just had an altercation with the traffic. As it happens, we're up to 20 seconds difference per lap, so it's quite hard to judge sometimes, and yeah, it must have been just a bit of fatigue after 4 hours of riding, and yeah, down I went.
On the anchor man. Oh no, the next Suzuki's gone down. Is that her fault on bike number 2?
The brake lever was broken off and the wheel was actually locked, so I couldn't move the bike. We had to get it brought back on the back of the vehicle. And yeah, luckily not only can Brody ride a bike fast, but he can fix them pretty fast too, so thanks for that, Brody.
That's all right. Can you bang a new front brake lever on it and then muff lock? May as well finish the race, not quit. We just got the bike back to the pits. We looked at it and we thought we might as well try to get back out there. It was quite hectic in here. We just smashed all the pieces that were on it and tore it to bits and put it back together. We just had to get it back out there, and it was not an ideal thing to happen, but it's part of racing.
So I whacked the helmet back on again and went back out and finished the race.
Like you said, get back on the horse and ride it as quick as possible, and he's doing that exactly, back on the Gardner Straight again.
Yeah, the bike went really well. I mean, it was quite damaged and we still got down to a good lap time, and we did finish, and we'll learn from it. Next year we'll do better. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Thanks to everyone. It was a really tough effort, and although it's a one race thing, it's 6 hours of pain, and yeah, Phil and Lynn went through that pain as well as Woz and Hayden for 2 weeks straight getting the bikes ready, because the bikes are completely different at the moment. And yeah, big thanks to everyone.
We ended up 3rd overall, which the competition we had was extremely tough.
Here we go, and Brooks storms towards the checkered flag and takes the win.
Full credit to Josh. He went out there and put some good lap times down, and was trying really hard. So thanks to Josh.
It was Jolsey did a fantastic job. Throughout the day it was awesome. It's something I've always looked up to. Dylan was riding with a guy when I first started road racing. I used to stand outside of the garage and stare at him. He probably thought I was some weird little kid. But now I get to share the same bike. It was awesome. So yeah, thanks, Jolsey.
No worries, mate.